I've been feeling needy, this love shit ain't easy. You been all on my mind, I've been barely breathing. Had a panic attack.
What's up guys, it's Sparksify here, or you can call me Sparks. If you're new to the channel, I do encourage you to turn on post notifications and subscribe to me, because it really does help me out a lot. So for this video, I wanted to talk about some techniques I use in this season to help me build faster with custom old school / old school. I don't play claw, so if you don't play claw, this video should really be helpful for you. I'm going to explain why I use 2 edit buttons and just a couple methods that I use in game that have helped me build faster, to do faster 90s and stuff like that. So if you're looking forward to this video, please drop a like for me. Anyways, hope you guys like this video. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about was editing. How to edit faster, the methods that I use, and the keybinds that I use and why I use them. So I have 2 edit buttons, and the reason for that is because I don't play claw. And I found a smoother way on how to edit, and I use them differently. So when I'm moving while editing, 99% of the time, I will use circle because I can move, and it's like a non-claw move. So I can still run with my guy, run with my character, and, you know, edit through a wall, or just edit while moving in general. But if you're trying to edit down, D-pad is really nice because it's an instant edit. So an unbound spot for old school is actually right on the D-pad, so you can make that edit. And so it also is really good because you have leeway to use 2 edit buttons. You don't have to just use one, and they both act as the same thing. So like I said, when I'm moving while editing, I still use circle because it's not that bad. It's pretty good. But I show a couple examples here on why editing on the D-pad is so good, because first off, it's an instant edit, and when you're not moving while editing, like when you're editing down like this, it's really smooth and you don't have to hold circle. It's not like an awkward edit. And it's really helped me a lot. If you're sitting at a wall and you're trying to hit people with shotgun shots, or like you're trying to like rotate the wall to like mess with your opponent, the D-pad is super clean. I encourage everyone to try this out. It's really helped me out a lot with editing. And I'll show you guys another example editing down on the D-pad. So, how to build faster on old school, or custom old school, in Season 8. So, the first thing I want to talk about was 90s. First a disclaimer before I go into this is, a lot of people say I don't play old school, but when I build battle, I'm still using all the old school controls besides a custom pyramid. So, but when I do a 90, I'm still rotating through my building material like an old school player would. I just wanted to mention that. I mean, you can clearly hear that I'm hitting a lot of like buttons. So I just wanted to mention that before I do this. But the first thing I did want to mention that I notice a lot of people don't even really realize it, and on old school I feel like it's a reason why people are slowing down on doing 90s, is when you go to do a 90, right? If you hug this wall, just like as I demonstrated, if you hit this wall while doing a 90, you actually lose momentum and your character will start to walk. Even if you're running, you lose momentum and it'll start to walk. So you have to really time like the way you flip your character back on this ramp to continuously keep running and do like a classic like fluent 90. So that's one thing that you really want to look for when you do this. Like I said, when you do this 90, try to not bounce off this wall. I know it's really hard, but it definitely is something that would be beneficial for you. Another thing I want to mention is reset building choice on old school. If you don't play claw, reset building choice is really good. I know a lot of people who don't do it and are still really fast builders. You don't have to, but it really is helpful to use reset building choice, especially if you're doing a ramp rush. It's really helped me out a lot. Try reset building choice if you're having trouble. Work with it. It really does help out a lot. Another thing really wanted to like clarify is, if I go into my settings, your XY just use that for whatever you're comfortable with your aim. All right, and the controller building sensitivity, you should have this up a little bit higher. If you want to like build a little bit more smoother, I would try to raise this even by like a small increment and try to do 90s. I really feel like it made my 90s smoother and my building a little bit smoother. I do know people who build on just 1.0 still, and they're still really fast builders. But that is another thing to keep in mind, because it also like has to do with your editing. So not like how fast you can edit, but like just the way, like when you're in edit mode, when it still acts as building sensitivity. So like the way you flick and stuff also has to do with that as well. So another thing that I really wanted to mention was having a custom pyramid option for old school. It's really beneficial and it's really helped me out a lot. I'll explain why, but the first thing I wanted to say was, if you don't want custom keybinds, if you don't want a custom pyramid, this part of the video isn't really for you. But I'll explain the pyramid thing. So for instance, if you're at your walls and you want to get to your pyramids, you have to hit triangle, 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 or whatever button to, it's basically 3 more clicks to get to your pyramid. So it's just nice because if you're at your wall and you need your pyramid, you can just hit R1. Another really good thing about it is I feel like it's better for competitive, because, or like scrims and stuff, because I feel like you use more of a pyramid in a scrim and it's just more easily accessible. Another thing that's really good is, for instance, I know a lot of people old school who do this. If you have high ground on someone and someone's like below you, like say like right here, instead of like shooting and then placing that floor right there, so you have to go into your building material and then go to the floor. It's actually just easier to go like that and place your pyramid, because you just have to go in your building material, hit R1. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but it's actually like faster and it actually saves time and it's easier. Especially, you know, that's what I've been doing, and I feel like it's just so much easier. And so that's a really good option. And another thing that I have stated before was just to box yourself in is just a little bit faster, and just having that extra second is better. So I know a lot of people who struggle to do the ramp rush on old school. If you're having trouble with this, what you're going to do is just make sure you have your floor out first. Just get to your floor, go to the ramp, and then reset. If you're having trouble with the speed and like getting the timing down to like place that floor and then go continuously doing this, just try it with a walk first. So do floor, ramp, wall, and just walk it, and then I promise you'll pick it up and then you'll get the speed down. I'll try to explain something that I do with my thumb. So when I go into my building material, I always hit circle with the back part of my thumb. So you have your like palm part of your thumb, and my palm part of my thumb hits triangle, and then I use the back part of my thumb to hit circle. So it just gives me like more comfortability, and I promise this is actually fairly easy once you get the hang of it. So if you guys made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please drop a like for me. It really does help me out a lot. I'll see you guys in the next video, and thanks for tuning in as always. It's SparksFly.